Well, hello. Welcome to base camp of one of the dumbest climbs I could imagine that we would ever make. But here we are, part 38, Ghost of Tsushima with a therapist. Glad you're here. This is gonna be a big ol' episode today. So strap in, get yourself some snacks, lock it in. Leave that thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff for sure. But let's get after it. By the way, to those of you who keep asking, I will be playing the DLC of this game. Said that a couple times, but if you've missed that, yes, I'll be playing the DLC after we finish all of this. All right. See what this fisherman dude's up to. Fishing at night.
Colder than last time.
That guy is locked in on the fishing. I'm so ghosty that that guy didn't even see me. Come on, bud.
This where the key man goes, right there. Right there. Good job.
If I attack the gods, it will prove I'm the monster they think I am.
That is true.
There's Lord Shimura holding a speech outside the main keep. He wants to rally the men. Maybe we're finally going to march against the Khan.
Sneaking past my old homies. Feels weird.
Open the gate!
Kitty man. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Come on.
Isn't that hard? You do this every night. Don't mind that shadow, boys. Boy, this is really something trying to get in here. I figure out how to get over there. Bridge is still messed up. People are repairing it. Any part of that wall that is scalable, or am I gonna have to? Oh man.
I could use my grappling hook under the bridge, or find a way to make sure I'm not seen.
Oh baby. Oh my God. Jesus.
All right, everything's in order. You can go.
Lord Shimura had been too careful. The Mongols turned the straw hats against us. Be sure first. But we're not warriors. We're merchants. Remember all that after all? Silk trader? I hear he got some of the coast's poison and used it in Lady Kingdom. She was his only business. Now she's a bloated corpse.
Holy shit.
Poison made her bleed from her mouth. That's very frigid. Who knows what we might be bringing? I would never have Lord Shimura.
I mean, I can understand why Shimura is paranoid. That doesn't totally surprise me, but that is one of the devastating effects of the Khan meeting people's needs faster than him in this. Because people are willing to work for the Khan, and then Shimura doesn't know who to trust. Kind of brilliant. Yep, he ain't gonna like me being here. Okay. show the people who their real protectors are. We'll see. I like that I like that there's hostile architecture on top of those walls. It's a pretty cool stealth mission, though. I will give it that.
Uncle, you can't know I'm here.
Oh, baby.
We should have delivered that speech together. Damn you, Jin.
A stirring speech, Lord Shimura.
The Mongols have much to answer for. It is our duty to ensure their threat never reaches the Shogun's domain.
I've heard the Khan now wields the same poison as Lord Sakai.
Do not speak his name in my presence.
Forgive me. my lord.
Oof.
Because of him, bandits have learned to use poison to murder our people. The ghost has unleashed a hell upon this island.
He will not escape us.
Keep a close eye on the camp. Report anything unusual.
Of course.
Man, that is you know, I definitely hate that is something that has come from me using the poison.
His quarters are on the top floor. Now's my chance to get up there.
The Mongols have suffered defeats at Granite Pass and Jogaku Temple. We believe the Ghost is responsible for both. What do you wish to do?
We will deal with the ghost once we defeat the Mongols.
The Shogun's orders were clear.
I am aware of his orders. Our first priority remains the Mongols and their leader.
Of course, Lord Shimura.
Have you learned the Khan's location?
The scouts we sent north never returned. I fear they were caught or killed.
Show me where they were searching. We will march in their footsteps and see where they lead.
Oh shit. Oh, convenient ladder. Pathing on this is nuts.
Leave the message where he can see it.
That is pretty trippy. Like, I got in here against all of your shit. Oh boy.
He's here! Guards!
Uncle, forgive me for not facing you in person. The Khan's fleet has gathered at Port Izumi. His ships are loaded with poison that will devastate the Shogun's army. But when the next storm arrives, I plan to kill the Khan and sink his fleet. I ask that you join me. I hope we can meet again. If not as father and son, Then as warriors who have walked different paths, whatever you believe I've become, I will always be your family.
A little Batman shot there. Oh man. Art of the Jito. I wonder how Shimura is gonna give us a message that he says yes or no. Eternal blue sky. A storm is coming. It's time we make our final preparations to strike Khotun Khan. I don't know if we'll survive, but I don't know. And I don't know if Lord Shimura will reinforce us, but I can't turn back now. Yuna should be with the others at Jogaku Temple. I should speak with her before we end this. Far away am I? I am very far away. I am just go up there. Kidding. I kidding. I got a little motorboat sitting on my lap. A little motorboat.
Yeah, little motorboat.
Foot's falling asleep. Don't care. Deal with that later. The pins and needles will be worth it.
What took you so long?
I mean, do
Good day to
you
you,
know
my
what
lord.
I had to do, right?
You had us worried. I thought you'd been caught.
Delivering my message wasn't easy.
Did your uncle read it? Will he help us defeat the Khan?
I hope so. But we can't wait to find out.
Wind's getting stronger.
The storm will be here by morning. Did you secure the siege weapons?
Enough to cause plenty of damage. Also found some deserters from your uncle's army who want to follow the ghost.
Hell yeah.
We're ready.
Tell the others we attack at dawn.
I'll spread the word, but you should check on them. They want to hear from their leader.
Battle speech time. Eternal blue sky. Optional. Speak with your allies.
Lord Sakai,
That's not possible. Is it?
my wife's friend's cousin.
It's good to have the head of Cedar Temple with us.
I would never claim such an honor for myself.
I know. That's why you deserve it, my friend. Tomorrow we avenge your brother and the warrior monks of your temple.
I just want our home back.
It's like Agyo himself brought the Mongols to Tsushima.
Alright, so he's done some serious reflecting. I respect it. Got his little selfish escapade out of him.
Sakai,
It's good to have your bow with us, Sensei.
I gave you my word.
You've given me more than that.
Don't get sentimental, Sakai.
As you like, Sensei. I'll let you prepare for tomorrow.
I prepared my whole life. One more day makes no difference.
Okay.
Followed
Kenji, my guy.
Here we are, my lord.
You're in good spirits.
Of course! I've been sipping good spirits all day.
Don't sip too much. You don't want to sleep through tomorrow.
Joking aside, there's no way I would miss tomorrow. I'm here for Taka.
Thank you, Kenji.
How long is it? Still can't believe I was moments away from dying like that. You're sorry for the man I
Talk to you yet. Venerable spirit worn by warriors who have earned respect. Oh, that's good. Matches the drip. Ooh, the feast wrap. Got that Wilfred Brimley look going.
This the ghost is one of us.
I feel like that too.
Masako, I wasn't sure you'd come.
I said I'd be there when you needed me. But I need the Khan dead too. He murdered my husband, and his men slaughtered my sons.
We won't let them escape justice.
I'll help you make sure of it.
Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a long day.
Or a very short one.
Hey, somebody connected to the killing of your family is on the chopping block. I know you'll be here. You're well aware.
My sister's longing. You
We've come a long way since you pulled me off Komoda Beach.
You were so heavy I could barely drag you. Had to strip you half naked just to reach town.
I wouldn't be here without you, Yuna.
I can't lose you, Jin. After everything we've been through. Everyone we've lost. I can't.
I have to stop the Khan.
No, you don't. We could find a boat, sail somewhere quiet.
Really?
While your uncle fights his samurai war.
Do you really want that?
No.
Oh.
If I fall, promise me you'll keep fighting.
You're a real bastard, Jin Sakai. You should get some rest.
Not yet. Let's sit just a little longer.
Interesting. I mean, okay. Whatever. I honestly have no investment in whether they are romantically involved or not. I don't really care. That request to just leave and let Shimura fight the war. God damn. Jin didn't scoff at it. Oh boy. You can try to lay on top of your brother. Jin didn't scoff at it. Which means like I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means there's a little bit of like, yeah, that actually sounds kind of good in his head. But I kind of wish that was fleshed out a little bit more. Because I do think that to an extent, if they considered it, or to whatever extent that Jin considers it, is a... What are you doing? Is a recognition of, like, his differentiation from the needs of his uncle and his role as a Sakai. Like, I don't think Jin has to go kill the Khan. I think he feels a sense of responsibility to do that. He's not an elected official or somebody who's really taken it upon himself to be a representation of the people of the island. So he really is just doing the island a solid by being willing to go do it. Do I think if Jin said, yeah, you know what, let's find a boat and go, do I think that that would be the worst thing ever? I don't. I think a lot of people would probably be in danger as a result of it, but I am willing to hold Shimura accountable for that, though he is finally getting people together to go fight, so I can respect that. It's just interesting. Like, I would like to really know what Jin's mindset actually is around that. If he actually sat down for a little bit and thought about it. And maybe he does still feel a sense of responsibility to the island and the people who follow him and to his uncle and that. And that's fine. But I do think at the end of the day, anybody who's going to go into this environment and try to take care of this needs to be doing it for as informed of a reason for themselves as possible. Kenji knows he's there because of Taka. Norio's there for his brothers. Mosco's there for revenge. Like, all these things are, to varying degrees, autonomous decisions for why they feel compelled. So, I don't know. I just, that felt a little rushed to me. It's a kind of a bummer. Like, I want to know when they sat down and talked what they talked about. I want more of that. Because that, to me, is more interesting than anything else that's happening on the island right now. That gives us more insight into Jin's psychology around this. So, anyway.
This is it. We have one chance to take down the Khan before he attacks our mainland. Kenji, what's the status of our siege weapons?
Ready to rain fire on the Mongol fleet.
Good. Yuna will signal your attack. Once the volley begins, the Mongols will charge your position and run right into our ambush.
The explosives are set up. Archers on the rooftops.
We're with you, Sakai.
Thank you. All of you. Go.
Jin, there's no sign of your uncle.
That storm's not waiting. And neither are we. Get ready to fire the signal arrow.
Yeah, she's worried about Jin.
Now!
Oh, man. I don't mean to pause it right before something really cool happens, but it makes sense. He doesn't really have anybody else. She lost her brother. She doesn't really have a family. She saved Jin. Jin has become a real significant relationship for her. And so, I mean, she could have gotten on a boat and left the island by herself and started a new life. She chose to stay. Jin's part of the reason. Jin's not responsible for that decision. Yuna staying because of Jin is not his responsibility. He doesn't owe it to her to do anything differently because she decided to stay for him. But I can totally understand why she would be worried about Jin. That's her personal stake here, which is antithetical to the movement of all of this, right? Like, she's a bit more, I want to be protective of what matters to me. I don't care so much about the island at large. Jin's a little more island at large, and then I'll deal with myself. And that's okay, but it clashes in moments like this. All right, let's watch this cool shit happen.
Mongols are coming. We'll cut down anyone who gets through.
Okie dokie. Wowee. The Mongols were prepared. Oh, ho, ho. Damn.
This is for my sons!
Watch your back, Masako!
Don't let him get behind us!
Take the fight to them! Forward! Push them back!
Kill them all! Plan worked.
The Mongols are regrouping.
We won't give them a chance.
Norio's leading the rest of our forces up the hill.
Then we'll join him and press the attack.
Oh my god, whatever that audio issue is driving me nuts. Oh my god, I gotta reload, because that's gonna drive me insane.
Our plan worked.
The Mongols are regrouping.
We won't give them a chance.
Norio's leading the rest of our forces up the hill.
Then we'll join him and press the attack.
Huh. Or maybe it's not a glitch. Certainly seems like it, though.
You're all safe.
This is where it ends. Today, the Khan dies. Lord Shimura isn't here. We fight alone.
We'll lead an attack on the main gate. Distract the Mongols while you find a way inside.
You'll be overwhelmed.
We came this far. We're not turning back now.
Cost sunk.
You are all the bravest warriors I've ever known. I hope to see you again.
Leave the battle to us.
What are we waiting for?
No mercy for the Mongols!
All right.
We fight for Lord Sakai!
What's up, losers?
Get to a rooftop. Look over the ground. Figure out how to find the Khan.
Oh god, this is all frozen, so I can't hop up top. Oh yes, I can. Let's go.
That watchtower is perfect. I can see the whole camp from there.
Go, Jin. Oh god, go. Oh shit. Oh, you arrows. Arrows, you asshole.
Khotun Khan.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Tsushima! No mercy!
Oh wow.
Just have to reach the manor house.
Go. Full speed ahead. I don't have time for you clowns. I have time for you though, asshole. Bye bye. Oh baby, what's up, big dog? Yes, drink from your goblet. I see you made it past my cow.
What is death? Because you and your uncle would not surrender. I offered you peace, and you chose war. Now, the people of your mainland will suffer.
What is that?
You will never leave this island.
I will avenge the people of Tsushima.
Vengeance, the petty wish of a child.
You will never leave Tsushima.
This is he taking the count as having a spear? Yes.
You're weak. I defeated you before. This will be no
Dude, this arrow
You
glitch
sound
is
afraid.
so annoying. one option. I'm gonna try it because this is seriously driving me absolutely nuts. Is to quit the game entirely and reload it. Because that plink, 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 plink noise, not doing it for me. Yeah, Sean, edit it and post. Thanks for being here. Whatever fairy dust he poured on me. Interesting to see what that is. Hopefully I'm not being slowly poisoned. Still here. Jesus Christ. Alright. So be it. Why the con thinks any of these guys are gonna do anything to me. Oh shit, he's just like a regular guy now. Shimura ain't gonna like that. Not gonna know about it though. Don't worry, I wasn't even wearing it. It was in my backpack.
This is yours.
Jogaku Temple. Oh, baby. Okay, that was cool. Ding Dong the Witch is dead. Mongols in shambles, potentially. Although, I gotta believe there's a chain of command there, and the Khan's probably right. The Khan's not the real enemy. I mean, some of you have been on me about this, but I'm not trying to make it sound like Shimura's on the same level as the Khan, but Shimura is basically the guy who's doing what the Khan was doing to an extent before the Khan got there. Like, yes, we got rid of this external threat. We got rid of the virus. But we're still immunocompromised. Like, the island is not united. Now, Shimura is going to say, if the Mongols leave, okay, good, Mongol law and order is gone. Now our law and order will be reinstated. How many people are going to be willing to just snap right back to that, given that that has not really served them leading up until this point? I just, and I think that's probably what's coming here, is when we have a conversation with Shimura, I do not think that Shimura is going to just go, hey man, great job. You took out the Khan. All is forgiven. Jin, unfortunately, is so deeply embedded in the mythos of the island at this point that establishing the law and order back to the way it was again, Jin represents a counterbalance to that in a way that people are going to be excited about and galvanized by. Shimura is not going to have the unilateral adoration anymore. Jin is. Jin doesn't represent the Sakais or the Shimuras anymore. Jin represents the ghost and the idea of adaptability. Jin also did create a poison that potentially could be used against the Shogun here, and the Shogun probably aren't going to be thrilled about that. And Shimura answers to the Shogun, and this whole thing falls apart in the way that the Shogun and the Shimuras like it, if there is a single person that can represent what Jin represents. So because Jin is now a threat, the rubber's going to meet the road here on Shimura deciding whether he is willing to adapt or whether he's going to try to lock it back down into the old times. And if he tries to lock it back down into the old times, I really don't think this is going to go well for Jin. So we'll see, man. But the Khan being dead doesn't end this thing. It's a setback for the Mongols for sure.
The Khan is dead, but his army is still here. Our home won't be safe until we drive them out to sea.
And when they're gone, What happens then?
We start new lives.
I used to know what my new life would be. Now I'm not even sure who I am.
Amen.
You're a great warrior. A loyal friend.
And a thief.
That's the past. What you become tomorrow is your choice.
Oh. If only all the other people in position of power would see it that way, buddy. We've grown. We've progressed. That doesn't play well for the status quo.
We can't stay here long. My uncle will come looking for us.
No, he won't. After the battle, he sent a messenger.
Did he offer to make peace?
He wants to meet you by the still waters under the red-leafed tree.
Omi Lake. We used to spar there when I was a child.
Want company?
I need to face him alone. He's my only family.
I know.
Right to the heart of Yuna, who probably would say that chosen family is family, which chosen family is family. Just saying, chosen family is family. The whole like blood thing is all arbitrary nonsense. I get it, not shitting on it. It's true, Shimura is family, but like Yuna is family. Some of these people we've met along the way are family and have treated us better than even my uncle has. You know, you got this history. It's fine. We sunk into relationships too. Sink into relationships. Not saying Jin's got to cut his uncle off necessarily, but you could reconceptualize your definition of family if you want.
It still hurts, thinking about Taka. The smell of smoke in his hair. His quiet laugh. The hell he'd give me for drinking too much. My whole life, he was part of me. And now, I'm alone.
You're not alone. You have me.
A ghost. You belong to everyone.
The ghost belongs to everyone, Yuna, but Jin belongs to you. That's the line. Come on. Unless Jin swings from the other side of the plate, in which case that's fine. Kijin's blood. Tsushima's avenging demon. Oh, that's freaking badass too. Whiskers were fun for a while, but
I'm surprised the Mongols haven't destroyed any of the sword.
okay.
You deserve the best, boy. Lord Shimura isn't here, I'll wait for him on the dock.
I mean, it'd be kind of funny if Shimura's just sitting here waiting for days. Like, well, hopefully he shows up. Which is, I guess, what we're gonna do now. My song. You played my walk-up song.
Jin,
Uncle.
I wasn't sure you would come.
I wanted to talk with you. If we work together, we can drive off the remaining Mongols. Start rebuilding our home.
That is not your duty. The Shogun has disbanded Clan Sakai. As of today, you are no longer samurai.
I sacrificed everything for my people. And I would do it again.
New samurai are coming to replace those we lost. They will occupy your land and estate.
I have to say goodbye to my home.
Ride with me.
Tale of Lord Shimura. Yeah. No. Look, I wish more than anything that I could say I'm surprised. I am not. For all the reasons I said 5 minutes ago. I think of this similarly because this is what it is. This is politics. You have to talk about politics here. You can't avoid it. I think about this similarly to when people show up to systems that have been long established. Whether it's a political system, you know, like Congress, if it's local government, if it's a company, a business, whatever. You show up to something that has structures that have long been implemented and disproportionately benefit few people over the many. And you come in and you are super qualified. You are experienced. You have skill. You have new ideas. You are more flexible. You have a willingness to challenge that system and hold it accountable to what it says it is versus what it actually is. And there's so many people that come into those systems with a whole bunch of energy and inertia and are either immediately or eventually stomped out. Because in order to elevate others, you have to relinquish some of your own. And by and large, humans don't want to do that. So Jin comes in as somebody who represents actual utility, actual momentum for the island, willing to legitimately sacrifice himself and the things that he loves, his identity, his code, his morals, to try to help the people around him. Holds the system accountable indirectly for not doing its job by being the one who does its job. And what does the system at large do? What does the Shogun do? What does Shimura do by extension? Stomp him out. Because we can't afford to let the Jins of the world challenge our systems that so deeply benefit us. And it pains me how often this happens, how transcendent it is amongst human contexts. I have personally experienced it in my own life. I'm sure many of you have, or you've witnessed it. It sucks. Jin literally did everything except follow the particulars of the code. He followed the spirit of the code, progressed the code, arguably, and he's going to lose everything. Not because the Mongols took it, not because he died, but because he violated an arbitrary code and potentially makes the Shogun look bad. This is not just a punishment to Jin. This is a message. This is a message to all the people who have found it in them to be empowered by what Jin represents. You do this shit, we will take everything from you. You follow this example, you end up on the curb. You end up in jail, you end up on the curb, you end up with disproportionate punishment for what you did. Keep it ambiguous so you don't entirely know what you would do wrong, so you're just going to kind of stymie yourself into allowing the system to be what it is. That's what this is. And this is exactly what I meant when I said that, like, yes, the Khan is an enemy. Yes, the Khan is dangerous, but so is the system. That the people who benefit from it the most are just eaten up right now, and the people who aren't are fighting amongst themselves and struggling because of. This is not an island of people where the people in position of power do well by everybody on the island. And it sucks and it shows, and this is big time reinforcement mechanism coming through here. And Shimura's like, yeah, I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to challenge it. Shimura could push up. He's not gonna. He's going to punch down. Yeah, sorry, man. Hands are tied. Don't know what to tell you. You're going to lose your home. Let's go look at it, cry about it together, and then I'm going to continue to have power, and you're going to have nothing. And you know, you can go hang out with Yuna and the other less thans that I've sworn to protect. But you actually did what I've sworn to do.
Will you remain in Jito of Tsushima?
Yes. The Shogun asked me to train his warriors to fight the Mongols.
Good. They won't give up until they've conquered all of Japan.
I will spend what years I have left ensuring they fail. The task I hoped we would face together, as father and son.
You can still remarry, start a new family.
Yes, I suppose I can.
Uncle, while we're talking and being all sentimental, why didn't you tell the Shogun, no, maybe we should rethink this? Why didn't you advocate for me? Why did you just go along with all of this? I know it's because of what he believes and blah, 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 blah. It's just, man, if there was ever a time for Jin to push back on his uncle, you might as well do it now.
Looks like he could use a push.
Here, let us help you.
Do not trouble yourselves, my lord.
Nonsense.
You can't do it alone.
Wow, look how cool we are.
You are much too kind. The mud is thicker than it looks.
That's a heavy load. Where are you headed?
Jogaku. The Ghost army is up there.
He has an army.
You didn't hear? They'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a storm at their back. Burn their homes to the ground.
An impressive goal.
This is everything I can offer them. I hope it helps.
Then we will see you on your way.
Oh, baby.
Thank you, my lord.
Jogaku is many miles from here. Keep away from the mud and the Mongols.
I will.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Not here. Follow me.
I don't have an army.
Every day, more people flock to your cause. The Shogun is concerned.
Flock to my cause. What is my cause? This is like, seriously, this is where I so badly want Jin to like push back on his uncle. What do you think my cause is? My cause is literally identical to yours. I am legitimately carrying out what you have said you want to do. My cause is to take care of the island. It's to take care of our people. Like, what the hell, dude? What are you eating up here? Do you legitimately think my cause is to, like, go against the Shogun? Just expose everybody for the rats that they are? No. If that happens by association, I don't really know what to tell you. That says more about your system than it does anything else. But, like, I'm literally... What do you think my cause is?
I am concerned.
You have nothing to fear.
When the new clans arrive, will people bow to their samurai?
Oh my god.
Or betray them in the name of the ghost?
I won't let them do that. They'll listen to
You
me.
openly defied me, Jin. My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your followers will obey you?
Boy. Oh, boy. Yep. Saw this coming. Saw it coming. I did not teach them to disobey their leaders. I taught them that sometimes their leaders give them bad direction or don't show up for them, and that if they don't, they need to take care of themselves. That's what I taught them. Reliance on leadership only works if leaders come through. And as far as I'm concerned, you weren't.
Walk with me, Jin.
As you wish. My family's cemetery.
The resting place of 7 generations of Sakai, including your mother.
And my father.
We must pay our respects.
And my father? Maybe? I don't know, actually. It's interesting that he didn't say anything about that. All right, whatever. God, this is gorgeous. Holy hell.
I will miss this.
So will I. Shogun has declared you a traitor.
Unreal. Unreal.
He ordered you to kill me.
The Ghost was an outlaw.
Oh my god.
He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With
Oh my
poison.
god.
A gift you gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
Oh, this is good.
You have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
You are my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family.
And my head is the cost.
Taking it is my punishment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Oh man. Look, god. Okay. This is a hard one for me to be unbiased about. Or like to analyze super objectively. Oh god. Yeah, this is the whole, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. From personal experience and also from my experience being a therapist, at the time of this playthrough, I've been a therapist for over 12 years. Done a lot of therapy. Seen a lot of people. Professional context and in a personal context. And one of the things that has stood out to me, I may have even talked about this in this playthrough, but this to me is the ultimate culmination of this, has always stood out to me, is how often people make decisions, big and small, simply because they think that that's what they're supposed to do, but don't actually think about it. How many people have a wedding that's not even remotely close to authentic to what you would want it to be because you do what you thought you were supposed to do? How many people have children because they just think that that's what you're supposed to do? How many people go to prom because they think that, even though they don't want to and would rather stay home and hang out with their friends because they think they're just supposed to do that? I could go on forever and ever about this stuff, from the biggest things to the smallest things. And it is wild to me how many people will violate their own authenticity, their own sensibilities, their own deductive reasoning because of arbitrary shit that has osmosified itself into you over the trajectory of your life. Shimura is saying all of this through gritted teeth because he knows that this is in some way in violation of what he genuinely believes and feels. He knows that if he had the choice, he wouldn't do it. He does have the choice, but he won't do it because he thinks this is what he's supposed to do, because he thinks that honor is supposed to matter in a particular way. All this stuff. And again, I'm not saying that Shimura, like, isn't allowed to believe the things that he's sitting here talking about. I believe that if he really has sat down and critically thought about this and this is the right decision for him, then good for him. Fine. But his whole way of expressing himself right now suggests a level of dissonance that it's impossible for me to believe that he's full send on this. I wish so strongly that anybody watching this and anybody not watching this would think more critically about the decisions you make in your life, about why do you believe what you believe? Where does it come from? Do you actually authentically believe what you believe? Or are you just so accustomed to it that the idea of altering it or looking at it critically is foreign to you? Because as often as you can get in touch with that like genuine sense of what is in your best interest, given whatever resources you have available to you, I realize that not everybody has the ability to just sit there and completely self-directed in their lives. But like when even on the small things, like the relational pressure and the societal pressure and the cultural pressure that people experience to do things that are in direct violation of what it is that they would autonomously decide to do, and people override that all the time, often to their detriment psychologically, it bums me out, man. And here we are with Shimura doing it. It kills me. And then he goes to a point of like, he feels sorry for himself for it. That, I think, is what really just twists the knife on this. Like, I'm doing all these things because I'm just going with the flow on this. And I'm the victim here. Feel bad for me, Jin, that I'm going to kill you because the Shogun has decided that you're a traitor. I made no effort to help them explain that you are an asset that we could use to potentially help fight the Mongols off. Nope. Too hard for me to do that. I wouldn't want to put myself at risk to do that. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, if the Shogun hears me advocate for you, then it's just like, holy shit, man. Like, at the very least, if you're going to do this, take ownership of it. Take accountability. But no, feel bad for me, Jin.
Our final day together. It is beautiful.
Oh my God, what a dick.
It's time. Write the last words of Clan Sakai.
And Clan Shimura.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna write a haiku right now, and then my uncle's gonna try to kill me? Really? Reflect on loss. Strength in every step. Hands that shaped the world. Eyes that saw my pain. Yeah, this absolutely makes sense to Shimura. Everything Shimura is doing right now, he stands by. Like, he's all in. This is some of that unshakable stuff that I was talking about a couple episodes ago. Like, Shimura legitimately believes he's doing what is in the best interest, potentially. Like, I really don't know. His pain to me, like, I think he believes that what he's doing is right, but I also think there is a part of him that is nagging at him going, this is not actually the way that this should go. I am not compelled to see Shimura I don't want to be inducted into the idea that Shimura is a victim here. Like when we use words like he's trapped in his own view of honor, not really. It's like that meme where the dude's riding the bike and then he puts the stick in the wheel and then falls over and goes, how could this happen? Like, Shimura is actively perpetuating his indulgence of the honor code. He's not actually trapped by it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. People they believe things and see them as, like, if you see a thought process you have as a trap, that is already immediately a sign that you should critically think about it. I could understand if the Shogun have Shimura by the balls and are like, if you don't kill Jin, we're going to kill you. That I understand. That I think even Jin would understand. Be like, shit, man. Like, that I get. If there's actual legitimate pressure where Shimura's survival is at stake, and we could even talk about that right here. That's not what he's talking about. He's all like, you've been labeled as a traitor, and you don't have any honor anymore, and your house is going bye-bye. And man, I feel so bad for myself that I'm being punished by having to end your life and start anew. He could present this as seriously, like, we're really going to talk about this because I feel so passionately about this. Shimura could show up in this context, and what he could say here, instead of what he said, if it's true, I don't know that it is because it wasn't there for the conversation between him and the Shogun. But what he could say is, Jin, I don't want to do this. I totally understand why you did what you did. You galvanized people in a way that nobody has in a long time. You did some stuff that I don't really agree with, but at the end of the day, you got the job done, man. The Shogun doesn't see it that way. And that sucks. They see you as a threat. To some extent, I see you as a threat. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight you. I don't want this to be your last day. My hands feel completely tied right now. Because if I go back to the Shogun and say I didn't kill you, I don't know what he's going to do. But that's not what he's saying. He's presenting the honor shit. He's presenting the Shogun's narrative, which he has attached himself to. And again, that's his right to do that. If he legitimately believes that, again, I'm not trying to take that away from him. But he's not locked in to presenting this in the way that he has. And his failure to see that bums me out. Because if his relationship to Jin means as much as it seems to, the Shogun's not even watching this conversation. As far as we know, it's not like he's sitting there with his arms folded, being like, "Don't you dare say any sentimental shit to your nephew, my guy, or else it's curtains for both of you." He's not doing that. This is a private moment at our grave between the two of us. There's no harm in this moment being a moment of vulnerability. Shimura is seeing the vulnerability entirely differently than Jin. It sucks. And I think probably to some extent this is part of Shimura's adherence to the code. And again, I understand that it has sunk its way into him, but he could be critical about it. If there was ever a moment to be critical about it, it's when you're staring at your nephew whom you love and are tasked with killing him for the code and for the Shogun's will, for these arbitrary things that you've assigned your life to. Like this, if there was ever a moment for him to be critical about it, it would be now. The fact that he isn't tells me, yeah, he's probably pretty far gone in. But this sucks so much. Fate neither of us want. Destiny divides our souls. A bond broken forever. Didn't you say it's hard to break out of a cult-like mentality? It's hard. It's not impossible. I mean, it would take an immense amount of work, for sure. And often dissonance is the road to that. This, of all moments, is a moment of dissonance. This is where we part. Will death redeem us? I fight without hope.
Strength in every step. A bond broken forever. This is where we part.
Your parents will always be with you.
Yes, Uncle.
I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Two dudes fighting for what they believe in.
I can't fear the Shogun. The wounds you dealt my spirit will never heal.
Killing me will only make them worse. I don't want to hurt you.
Damn it, I really wanted to do this fight where he didn't hit me once.
You want revenge for my failure.
This is not my revenge. It is my punishment.
Say whatever you want. That or he knows that Jin can kill him. And he doesn't want this to happen, and Jin killing him ends it. Which may have been possible.
Honor me with a warrior's death.
I will make sure you are remembered as a great warrior, a wise leader, and a father.
join me in the next life.
I will.
Damn. Damn. Ah, that music's beautiful. I fear what will happen to my video if I play it, so unfortunately, you will not hear it. That was an easy choice for me. I don't feel the pain of that decision at all. I mean, I feel the pain of, like, Jin killing his uncle, but that was an easy decision. I actually think it's the more compassionate choice to both Jin and Shimura. It's what Shimura wants. Shimura dies believing that... one, he dies seeing that Jin was who he ended up training him to be. So it indulges a little bit of that, I will train you to be the greatest warrior that we've ever seen. I think it is compassionate to Shimura's wish to die there. Having a warrior's death. Jin no longer really subscribes to the code, so what does he care whether Shimura dies in a way that's in alignment with an honorable death or not, right? So you give a person who you still care about that because it matters to him. Compassionate to Jin because his uncle's not going to hang over him like a black cloud. If Jin spares him, that will also be seen as a betrayal by his uncle. His uncle is dangerous. He's obviously an arm of the Shogun, and he's been labeled a traitor. I don't imagine sparing his uncle is going to do him any good, and he's going to live with the pain of knowing his uncle is still around and disowned him, and he didn't... There's too many complications for Jin in that. It's compassionate to Jin to kill his uncle, too. You get closure around the idea that you saw your uncle's end. You became a warrior that was better than him. You honored his wishes at the end, and you're really no worse for wear as a result of that. There's more closure in that than there is letting him go, in my opinion. Yeah, it just makes sense to me. I don't think Shimura spares Jin if it was flipped around. And Shimura, like that last moment, right? Yeah, when he calls him son, confirms what I was suggesting, which is that deep down in there, I think Shimura is proud of his nephew. But isn't willing to walk back all the things that he's sunk himself into in order to honor it. I can respect that. And if he dies, Shimura also doesn't have to stay alive to see what happens as a result of this. He now dies knowing what he knows, and that's it. So, you know, I slaughtered thousands in this game. I don't think Shimura's life is any more valuable than anybody else's that I ended. We will watch these. I don't know that Shimura thought he would win that fight. That's the other thing, right? Like, it came to me at the end of that fight, or as it started, which is why I was kind of rushedly saying it, which is that, like, I do think also that Shimura probably knew that Jin was going to win that. So he honors the wishes of the Shogun. He can die knowing that he did what he thought he was supposed to do. Perhaps trust that Jin will give him a warrior's death, and he essentially solves all the loose ends by doing that. Jin gets to go on. Jin doesn't have to live with the awfulness that would be his uncle's turmoil. His uncle very clearly seemed ready to offload it over to Jin anyway. Yeah. I mean, I could totally see that. I don't know that Shimura believed in his ability to beat Jin. That's why he raised him the way he said, I'll raise you to be the most powerful warrior. Theoretically, most powerful warrior means ability to kill anybody. So. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. As I always say at the end of every playthrough, first and foremost, thank you for watching. I will play the DLC, so it's not the end of this game, but I don't have really any loose ends to tie up in the main game, so we'll go straight into the DLC for the next episode. But I'm really glad that you were here. I'm glad that you made it all the way through 38 parts. I hope that my analysis meant something to you in some way at some point. I'm one perspective. I don't claim to be the objective truth on this, so don't come at me like I'm that. It's just how I think about this stuff. I don't have the ability to actually talk to these characters, so I can only guess using the information that I have and the tools and resources and knowledge I have. But I'm really glad that you watch this and that you care about what I have to say. To Sucker Punch, thank you very much for making a game that I was able to analyze with the level of depth that I was. I really believe you knocked it out of the park in most ways with this. The game is absolutely gorgeous. I totally understand why people wanted me to play it, and I'm very happy to have played it. So if any of the devs from Sucker Punch are watching this and you appreciate my playthrough, I'm more than happy to talk to people who wrote the game or crafted it about the game. If that's something that you're open to, or if you ever, want somebody to throw some ideas past in future games, I'm happy to do it. But thanks for crafting something so awesome that we could all enjoy for so many hours. Playthrough ended up being over 70 hours long. Pretty cool. Yeah, it was great. We get to read the uncle's haiku afterwards. Yeah. Here's the other thing. I also believe it's in the best interest of the people of the island for Shimura to die, if I'm being honest with you. Because Shimura complicates things internally. If people are already really galvanized by the ghost and are actually uniting, and Shimura is still there and in power and pushes against that, theoretically our own people are at risk. Because what they probably would do is say, if you follow the ghost, you are also considered a traitor. You are no longer under the protection of the Shogun. So we don't want to hear about it. We hear you even utter the words ghost. We see you wear anything ghost-like, whatever. We hear that you're in various encampments talking about for the ghost. We will not take care of you. We may even punish you. So now all of a sudden people of the island are in danger because of the fact that Shimura is an extension of the Shogun and is putting that law into effect. I mean, it absolutely stands to reason that that could happen. So, and Shimura probably would be just absolutely tortured trying to do that, but would do it. So, me not killing Shimura because maybe it feels better for me to get revenge on him by not killing him, which it doesn't, but like if it did, is Jin making a selfish decision that puts people on the island at risk, which I also don't think is in alignment with what Jin would do. I think Jin has had the wherewithal throughout this play. If you play this game yourself and choose the other route, it's fine. I'm not telling you did the wrong thing. But for me, it just doesn't make sense on so many levels to spare him there. It just doesn't make any sense, especially since he very specifically requested it. If I'm like, no, I'm going to keep you alive and cause all sorts of dissonance and stuff against your wishes because I want to get one over on you, Jin all of a sudden is no better than anybody else. It's kind of funny that at the end of the day, to me, Jin killing his uncle is Jin sparing his uncle is the same process as Norio going and killing his guy, and Masuko going on her warpath and killing her people. Like, Jin sparing Shimura is the nasty thing to do. I would argue it was in the end honorable in some weirdly objective sense that Jin ended there for all the reasons I've described. So that's why it wasn't hard for me to make that choice. I appreciate that they gave us the choice. You don't get a lot of choices in the game that matter. That one matters. But anyway, that's where I'm at with it. I welcome conversation about it in the comments. Perfect timing. Beautiful. Boy, did that work out. Whoa, I'm wearing like some
fallen at my family cemetery. Beautiful, even in death.
I am wearing some real ghosty shit right now. Are you kidding me? That's it right there. That's it. That's the drip that I wish I had this entire playthrough. Oh, baby. Look at that. Full embrace, baby. Let's go. That's awesome. Living in a rickety old cabin.
I used to think I only needed a horse, a bow, and my katana. Taka's trial run, before he made my grappling hook. He didn't want to disappoint me. And he never did. Lady Masuko lost everything. And everyone. If she can keep moving forward, so can I. I lived under these banners most of my life.
Just as a reminder, chat, I don't care what happens if I spare him. That's not what happened in my playthrough, so I don't want to hear about stuff that would be different if we spare him.
The twin mountains of Clan Sakai. I won't let my family fade from memory.
And to those of you that may jump in the YouTube comments and be like, yo, Dr. Mick, analyze what happens if you spare him. No. The run is the run.
I wish you were here, Uncle.
Oh, wow, he took his armor. It's like a little museum.
Tomoe didn't need this anymore. I hope she found what she was seeking. Jin Sakai is hereby an official student of Sensei Sadanobu Ishikawa. What have I gotten myself into? You were faithful to the end, Nobu.
This is neat. I wish more games did something like this.
Smells almost sweet, but it's as deadly as any blade. You should be here, Ryuzo. Trading stories, getting drunk. How long did it take Yuna to make this? I owe her everything. She's the one giving me gifts. Kenji's best. Or so he tells me. I'll have to share it soon.
Where am I? Oh, okay, so...
Yuriko helped me pick these for my mother. I can't believe she kept them all these years. First the Mongols, now the Shogun. Never imagined I'd be so popular.
Huh. Yeah, the whole thing with the Shogun was wild. So I get it, but boy, oh boy.
Jin, I like your new home. It suits you.
It will have to do, now that Clan Sakai is gone. And I've been branded a traitor.
I heard about your uncle. I'm sorry.
He's gone. I did what I had to.
What matters is you're alive. You defeated Khotun Khan and left the Mongols without a leader. The mainland is safe.
But our home isn't. The Khan's forces are stuck here, more desperate than ever to conquer our island.
Then we'd better keep fighting. Just don't forget. Tsushima needs you.
I'll never forget that.
Good.
What about you,
Cover
Yuna?
more ground if we split up.
Hit the Mongols from all sides. Take back our home.
Goodbye, Jin. And take care of yourself.
I will. You too, Yuna.
Dawn Refuge. New game plus unlocked. Not interested. Eliminate the Mongol forces occupying Tsushima. Like, there's still stuff up here. I don't know that I feel super compelled to do that. I do want to do these though, because these are cool. Whoa, Sakai horse armor? Damn. Missed out on that. So I might try to do those, but good shit. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you know it, knock those knock those out. All right. We still got stuff to do. And we'll do it. In part 39. So this isn't the end, friends. Despite the fact that we saw the credits, we still got DLC coming. maybe I'll do those 2 storyteller missions because those are pretty cool. But thank you for thanks for making the effort to stick with this playthrough. I meant what I said during the credits. Hope you didn't skip them. This has been great, and we're not done. If you could leave a thumbs up, a comment, and all that fun stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you stick around for subsequent episodes. Check out my other playthroughs as well. Come hang out with us live sometime too. That'd be pretty neat. Or come hang out in the Discord. If you're binging, I'll see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. Appreciate you immensely. You matter. See you in the next episode.